Welcome to Nerd Cabal. Tonight, we continue our liturgy on Wizard People Dear Reader, the glorious retelling of a certain wizard boy. The ritual begins now. Welcome back to episode 5 of Wizard People Dear Reader. I'm your host, Cohesive Key, here with my co-hosts, Enviro Boy and Newsman
Hi.
Boyer.
Woo!
Yes, thank you for those enthusiastic hellos. We are getting
I
back
thought it was
to
enthusiastic. What are you talking about?
I thought I was delightful.
I wasn't being sarcastic. You can't see my face in this format, so you know it could be. I could be being serious.
I
Well,
know
anyway.
you. I
Yeah,
know
walk
you.
away.
We are getting on to chapter 24 of Wizard People Dear Reader, which is titled Hagar's Tale. And last we left off, Harry had just left the Mirror of Erised, and we're
that's
getting
right.
on to some more. We're getting on to some more great, funny lines. Let me just get my damn notes out so that I can make sure I have the chapter titles in front of me.
AKA the bane of Ronnie the Bear's existence.
Yeah.
The gate of heaven, the gate of shit. And if you recall, Ronnie the Bear is a ardent agnostic,
Yeah.
an unrepentant agnostic.
Yeah.
As
Absurd.
one of his stature and prowess would be.
any
What
Hoosers.
What need has he of gods?
He has no need. He has no needs of gods. Only things of the flesh. Well, anyway,
Which actually, when you think
It's
about
our-
Ron's character, not far off. I mean,
it's a perfect clear morning as Harry steps out into the muffled crunch of snow in the courtyard. He looks like a man just married. And after he does a few ponderingly paced leaps around the frozen fountain, he decides to proceed. He sends his owl up into the clouds, and he enchants the bird with a spell, the rarely used Winter Begone spell. So it's a transition between winter and spring, and apparently that is the Winter Begone spell. Only a godlike
That's
animal.
like some Greek mythology level crap that just some dude decides that it's time to switch the seasons, so he casts a spell and everything's like summer now. Like
Not
that's
just some
the type
dude.
of thing you'd see in some sort of mythological tale about the gods.
That is
Absolutely.
Harry Potter.
Ignorant pagans who don't understand climate and weather would be like, it is the god's will. The Winter Begone spell.
Yeah, they'd watch this and they'd be like, yeah, how else does the snow go away?
And
Duh.
who else would do it except Harry, the badass new god? Of course, he would know this spell.
He's the babe with the power.
Probably holding himself back a little bit too.
Oh, this is a good.
Yeah, I
this is
mean,
a good
if
line.
he overdid it, he'd turn the whole thing into, like the arid deserts of Arizona. Then
This is a good line here, because it alludes to the the pacing of the movie. Harry is eager to get back to life as it was at Hogwarts. He is eager to have the story return to its tracks, so he and everyone else can find out what's in that fucking gunny sack. That slays me. Hilarious.
So good.
Anybody want to read the next line? Let's popcorn.
I'll dive in. A spring sun shows pledged streaks on a dark wooded library where kids once again bustle about. Harmony strikes gold in a giant hardbound atlas. While she was at home, she worked a temp job playing piano in a jewelry store. Wisely, she wore a hood so as to not distract the customers with her hideous visage. But whilst in the store, she kept hearing, coincidentally, Nick Flannel's name. It was then that she began to formulate her hunch, which, here in this atlas, she confirms.
I got to stop you there because
Yeah.
this is the first clip coming up. Sorry, you were saying, Newsman?
It's just dragging her through the mud right out the gates every time.
I know, right?
He does not hold back.
I know. And Envira Boy and I discussed this previously when you weren't available. But I feel like we all know that Emma Watson. Oh wait, is it Emma Watson? Am I getting the damn name wrong?
No, you got it.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, anyway. Emma Watson, as an adult, very beautiful actress. And she was, a very cute kid in this movie. So I feel like we feel like this is deliberately like contrarian, him like just making fun of her so badly.
Well, the thing that's kind of funny about it is it's almost like he's staying book accurate because the book kind of drags Hermione through it too by just like, making fun of her hair constantly. Maybe not like in so far as like directly making fun of it, but like she is constantly described as being just like a buck-toothed kid with bushy hair. So it's like it's almost like he's just kind of holding to like book accurate lore.
I'm pretty sure in the book she even goes as far as just going like, out of all of the girls in Harry's class, Hermione was the most plain.
Yeah. He even gives her a proper amount of like insecurity in that when she has there's like the one scene in the book when she gets cursed that her teeth keep growing. When she goes to Madame Pomfrey to have them fixed, she actually has it like she gets herself a little bit of plastic surgery and has her teeth shrunk a little extra so they're not quite so buck-toothed.
Yep, and then they end up being like completely normal after that.
Yeah, that's how they do their glow up in the magical world. Rather than your glow up being the fact that they give you a tighter T-shirt and make you take off your glasses and ponytail, instead they just shrink your teeth a tiny little bit. That's the glow up in the wizarding world.
That's the British way.
A wizard. Oh man, the wizarding glow up includes a spell that actually makes you glow. So it's taken literally. But in any case,
it's the beauty be present spell. You'd wonder why more people wouldn't think to just do it all the time. It's just magic.
Are they stupid? Are they stupid or something?
Are they stupid? Just wave a stick around a few times and suddenly you're as hot as Brad Pitt. Why does everyone do this?
Okay, I'm gonna play the first clip.
Do it.
Nick Flannel was the inventor of the Sorcerer's Stone, a rock with enormous powers, such as lead into gold, horses into gold, immortal life, giving ghost restored bodies, frag trolls, trolls into gold, etc.
Frag trolls.
I want to learn frag trolls. That sounds sick.
It's not the first time we've heard the term frag. It was in our first session.
He uses all the time. Since we started doing this, I have started adding frag into my vernacular unironically.
Its meaning is lost on me. I mean, I assume it has something to do with frag grenades. Maybe a Halo reference.
I figured
maybe
it's a
not.
holdover from like the glory days of like Halo and Call of Duty multiplayer when you would like frag people and stuff.
That's what I assumed, but I don't know for sure.
Well, now it's just been like simplified on COD and stuff. Fragging is just taking them out. Doesn't even involve. It's just like they've simplified it to just.
It has evolved since those days, but that's what I'm pretty sure. That's what I'm pretty sure is like the quote unquote origin of it.
Well, there you go, Newsman. It sounds like you're more familiar with it than we are.
What, the fragging thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, nah. I mean, it's the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I think nowadays the kids that are streaming now probably don't even know what frag is outside of COD. So
the kids these days. God damn it, we're really aging ourselves here.
Dude, I saw
Lord.
There was a video that M showed me, and it was like they were asking the age of a bunch of teachers, and like it was making fun of any of them whose age started with 19 instead of like 2000. And like the thing, and here's what hurt about it. Here's what really hurt about it. Even half of the ones that had birthdays in like, the 1990s, half of them still looked young to me because I'm old enough from the 90s. I'm from the early 90s enough that even the younger of the 90s look like kids to me. I'm like, dang, I'm getting like old now. This sucks.
No, same. Like the latest the latest 90 kids are, they're like 10 years older than they're 10 years younger
It's
than
weird.
I'm in
I
the
don't like
same
it.
boat. Like, I'll see anyone my age since I was born 90 on the nose, and I'm thinking 32, 33, they look young. And then I get some 12-year-old kid that guesses my age, unfortunately. And they're like, 53. And I'm like,
Yeah, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, you're
that's
just like
brutal.
sitting there like, I'm not that far gone yet. Jeez, stop pushing me in the grave, kid.
Jesus Christ. Well, and we got to get back to
right along.
we got to get back to Dear Reader.
My bad.
We got to get back to Dear Reader. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we're doing something here.
Anyway, frag trolls into gold, etc. The stone is being guarded by the three-headed dog. The stone is what Snake must want. She wants it so she may live forever with a stockpile of gold. Holy shit. It makes total sense. I mean, who wouldn't want to live forever with a stockpile?
I mean,
of
yeah,
gold?
if you're gonna live forever, you might as well have like a pile of cash for it. That's what the vampires always do, right?
Why doesn't everybody do this? I mean,
yeah, right. What are we
Smog the dragon did that. He was smart.
Yeah, right. Seriously,
didn't end well for him. A little tiny person.
Yeah, but at least he went out in a blaze of glory. You know what I mean? Like, like there's of all of the ways for it to end, like in combat is pretty widely agreed to be one of the most glorious ones. So it's like you go big or go home. I get it.
Glorious. And then the fact that the guy took him out with a single arrow straight to the one spot.
Yeah, that's true. I guess he did kind of. I guess he did kind of go out like a bit of a chump. So I guess there's that.
It's still a cool dragon, though. I mean,
yeah, like talk about an Achilles heel. Am I right? Womp womp.
Waka waka.
Sorry, dear reader.
Waka waka.
Our heroes walk briskly through the night, making their way secretly to Hagar's shanty. This guy is hoarding secrets, they think. But once he sees who is knocking at the door, Hagar just slams it right back in the kids' faces. But the kids start to yell out, "Hey, what about the Sorcerer's Stone? Does that ring a fucking bell?" It's a great line.
I love the concept of just like a bunch of 12-year-olds yelling this at a full-grown adult.
Oh, yeah. We have very badly behaved kids.
Yeah, this
the
is
giant
some bad
knows they
Santa
mean
level
business.
nonsense.
And it's funny when you're watching the video too, because when he says the giant knows they mean business, it kind of gives like Hagar's like disapproving, slightly upset face. It works. It just works.
And isn't this in the movie, Laura? Isn't this the Norbert scene?
Correct. Yeah, we're getting right into that.
So like you get the added like him being like a nervous, simpering fellow to these kids because he's like being all nervous about the dragon, but within the lore of it, it kind of works because it's like the kids are the ones that are putting the muscle on him.
Oh yeah. So they start in on Snake and Snake's needs again, but Hagar gets testy. He explains that every teacher is protecting the stone, including Snake, with spells, dogs, flying hatchets, and cats, and ancient pendulums, etc. So the protection for the Sorcerer's Stone is apparently a level in Dark Souls or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they added a whole lot of extra stuff in there, which frankly would have probably served well because when someone decided to go after it, it kind of was pretty easy, at least for him to get a start. So
oh yeah. I doubt that somebody like Voldemort would be nimble enough to evade ancient pendulums. That is his.
I don't know though.
heel.
He was basically a gaseous state at this stage.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. He remind me, Enviroboy. What is the spell in D&D? Is it gaseous form or something like that?
There's definitely something along those lines in D&D. I never play magic users because they confuse me and I'm a simple man. But there's definitely spells like that.
I think it's gaseous form. Well, anyways, yeah, Voldemort is a master of gaseous form.
As he is. I am
he doesn't
too,
take any
if you
physical
consider
damage.
just producing gaseous forms instead of becoming one.
Oh God, here we go with the fucking fart jokes.
I've been good. That's the first one I've made this whole series. Maybe second, I don't remember.
This is a good line. Ron gets sick of the game and just demands to know what's up with Hagar. Why does he look so haggard? And what is he hiding?
But
a great bit of alliteration there. Haggard, as in looking homely or unkempt. Wonderful. He breaks down, lets it all loose. And this is a long fucking line, let me tell you. One day, a few months back, I was hunting in the forest alone. I'd shot a stag and was tracking its blood trail through the forest. As I got deeper and deeper, I felt like I was being followed. I turned around and shot my crossbow, but my arrow only went through the ghostly form of Valmart. He demanded that I give him the Sorcerer's Stone, and I told him that I couldn't. He then pointed his wand. He then pointed his wand at my stomach and struck me with a mighty spell. Next thing I know, I'm feeling kicking and clawing down in my gullet. This goes on for weeks. I knew I was becoming a mother, but to what? And then this fucking story really derails, let me tell you. Later on, during a boating accident in shark-infested waters, me and some of my friends were stranded, treading water while sharks fed on us. One by one, my friends disappeared in clouds of blood. Jesus.
I feel like this was directly like Jaws inspired.
Right.
Yeah, this was definitely directed by Steven Spielberg. I alone survived, and the reason is this. My baby inside me was screaming and making such a riot in my belly that the sharks were afraid to open me up. So they let me live, and I was found later by some fishermen.
Oh, the life of vampire.
I enjoy this little bit of fan fiction. I feel like we could write an entire novel just about Hagar's story here. This is absolutely bizarre.
Can you imagine the traction something like this could gain on like AO3 or something? My God.
Man. Yeah, it's absurd. Anyway, a week ago, I finally birthed this egg. Apparently, I'm the mother of a dragon. Now, kids, not to be confused with Khaleesi. Now, kids, don't tell anybody. It's illegal to have a dragon around these parts, And this is a good line because the kids look out the window and they see Malfoy looking in the window, spying on them, of course. After the story's confusing conclusion, who should appear in the window but that fucking panda cub, Malfoy, after his fucking ass. And once again,
I've always liked the look, not even in the look that Draco has on his face in the window.
Oh, it's such a good one. His facial expression is so spot on.
Completely panicked. Completely panicked. It's hilarious.
Like you can practically hear the "Auga" as his eyes pop out of his head.
This is another keystone scene where Dan Radcliffe's mouth movements match up perfectly if you have it on correctly when he says mouth oil.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind if you're trying to line it up.
We're giving you all the cheat codes here. You just have to listen to like 17 hours of podcast to get them. It's a small price to pay, if you ask me.
Very small.
It's only going to end up being 6 hours total. Don't exaggerate.
Okay. Well, I mean, it deserves more, but okay.
That's true. We were talking about
this
one
is maybe
chapter.
The most important thing I've ever done with my life, and I have, and I have a fully adult, like full-time salaried job.
He is being facetious. He has a very important life. But in any case,
it's very kind of you to lie for me on like that.
Jeez, man. Wow. Don't make me do this more. The next line is great. Who would like to read this one?
I'll do it. Our heroes walk through the halls, talking of plans of trapping Mouth Oil and torturing him when they are stopped dead in their tracks by Hardcastle McCormick. She takes them into her office and dons her demerit costume, hat and all. This must be serious.
I love the concept of her having a demerit costume. Oh, and it's not just the demerit costume; it's the hat and all. So therefore, this is really bad.
Yeah, like you're really in for it. Like this is the extreme demerits. Like we're talking billions of points lost for the house.
Oh yeah, that hat adds 50% extra demerits easy.
It's a multiplier to her demerit giving powers.
We are such fucking nerds. All these D&D references. And that brings us to our next clip. This is one of the most absurd and hilarious lines in the whole thing, I think.
Spies and thieves, she spits. Spies and thieves, she spits. Her spittle becomes an acid and flies onto each of their cheeks, burning their little cheeks with pockmarks as reminders of their transgressions. They shall never, ever forget.
What's so funny about that line is, while it's being said, Hardcastle McCormick looks completely calm, and in fact,
Right.
most of the scene is looking at the kids. It's absurd.
It's very on par with what's the joke about the line in Goblet of Fire where it's like, did you put your name in that goblet, Harry? Dumbledore asked calmly, whereas in the movie he's like freaking right the crap out, just like
I know
losing his
he looks
mind
like he's
over
about to choke him to death.
Yeah, right.
Hilarious. Oh man. Well, in any case, that brings us to the end of chapter 24, and we are on to chapter 25, which in the YouTube series is titled "Guess the Fuck What."
Simple.
Later that night, Dazzler leads the four kids out to their duty of detention. It turns out they have to hang with Hagar in the old forest all night. Yuck! Soon, they are up around the crossbow fire, where detention always gets started. It's funny how it's referred to as a very specific fire, the crossbow fire. That's where detention always gets started. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, he's got like 7 fires. You gotta have, because it stops
You got
feeling
the dragon
special if it's just
fire.
one fire for everything. You need
Get
to
the
have
dragon
separate
fire.
Crossbow for each occasion.
You got the crossbow fire. You got the dragon fire. You've got the slug fire, because that's legitimate too. Reference to future movies when Hagar is the care of magical creatures.
You've got the fire festival, which is when you try to scam a bunch of people out of money and just give them a bunch of shanties with malfunctioning toilets.
That's a good one. And no food. And no food, of course. And no
I'm jumping
way
the cow
out.
a bit on that one. We'll see if people can keep up with my comedic chops there.
No food.
I was gonna say.
Just booze.
I wonder if people understand that. It's like 10 years ago now, isn't it?
I know, right? That one's a little out there at this point. The Fire Festival. Look it up. It's spelled all cool, like with a Y.
Yeah, it was a big story for a
Captain
while.
America meme. I understood that reference. But moving on, Hagar mopes and speaks about his dragon flying off on him in the night and how he's sad. Dragons have no heart, he blubbers. And that leads us to the next clip.
The cat's whore, Dazzler, winces and grinds out words as he does, but no one seems to care, not one fucking soul. But he goes on to grind out sentences, possibly on werewolves, possibly on nothing, blah. His voice is as hard to listen to as a dying loved one calling out to you for help when you are restrained. He gives up on using his words and tries to communicate with only his eyes. Oh, how they bulge and struggle to convey unthinkable meaning.
So good.
More dragging him through the
man.
Playing with that face. You got a lot of material to work with that face.
And I was gonna say, like, that's the thing though. Like, the actor, he does such a good job of using facial expressions within like the movie, and like for the context of the character of Filch, like it's so fitting, and like it's just ready made for the comedic approach to things that is this spoof, this alternate fan script going on. Like it really is just kind of the perfect fit to kind of goof about it, because like in a lot of ways it's almost like the joking version of him smacking and trying to convey meaning with his facial expressions. That's kind of what Filch's character is, because he's just kind of this like awkward outcast. I mean, in the lore of the book, he's a squib, so he's kind of this outcast who's trying to fit into a world that just doesn't really have a place for him. So it really does work super well.
David Bradley, Michael, he went into this role like Michael Caine went into the Muppets Christmas Carol.
That is so good. That's so
embodied
accurate.
this character. Like, it's not even a character that really has that much weight, but it has an impact in the book. You can smell that image. You can see that character in your head.
Well, it's like, he goes into it and he takes it way more seriously than anyone would have expected him to, but it's all the better for it. Just like you're saying with like Michael Caine in Muppets Christmas. I mean, like, Muppets Christmas is legitimately a classic, and a lot of it is because Michael Caine was like, I could phone it in, or I could send this, and he chose the latter.
He went hard. He went hard into that role.
And the world is better for it.
Oh man, that's great. I think that David Bradley is the British version of Willie Nelson. I mean, just look at him. They are long lost twins.
That's a connection I've never made. It is pretty uncanny.
I'm only saying it now that I'm looking at his face. I wouldn't have picked it out
myself, but now that you say it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah.
I'm only saying it now that I'm looking at his face, but it's uncanny. Man. But anyway.
Might not smell as much marijuana.
I would imagine not.
It's a pretty high bar to even approach anyway, so.
I just think of Toby Keith's Smoking Billy song. That's what I think of.
He is trying to say with his eyes that the kids will surely be destroyed in the forest tonight. So it is just as well that he is indecipherable to the children. But finally, after all of this, Hagar breaks up this stream of incoherence and signals that it is time to go. He grabs his crossbow and his scabbard full of arrows. And I love the term stream of incoherence because it is just completely dismissive to Dazzler as a person. It's like, you produce nothing but a stream of incoherence. You are not worth listening to. It is incredibly dismissive and it's hilarious.
Right. So good.
Oh man, I love it. Who would like to read the next line? Popcorn.
Yeah. Leaves are even scared of this cold, evil place, and never settle, but try to ride wind out from among the trees that have dropped them. Hagar, after a while of tracking, kneels down and knowingly dips his finger into a shimmery pool of unicorn urine. He explains that a prize-sized unicorn is nearby, and with their help, he will kill it with his crossbow and win a prize in a local contest.
Now that is ridiculous.
It's insane.
A prize-sized unicorn. He's gonna win a prize in a local contest. So I suppose that they submit hunting trophies to the Wizarding local fair or something.
I mean, honestly, when you think about just sort of the general elitism within the Wizarding world and like how they treat anything that isn't a magical human, and depending on the types, that might not even be enough. You might have to be pureblood. Like just the level of elitism within the Wizarding world, it makes perfect sense that they would have poaching contests.
Well, that's hysterical. I mean, imagine Hagar slinging a prize-sized unicorn over his shoulder and marching into Hogsmeade to present his kill.
Just like slapping it down on the bar. Boom! Measure that one.
What's the weight? Oh well, this is the length of the unicorn horn. That's worthy of a bronze medal at least.
With the beard.
This unicorn's at least 12 hands, and it's got the horn. It's got the horn of a what's the whale of
a narwhal.
A narwhal. It's got the horn of length of a narwhal.
It's a 1 point.
Yeah, this is a rare 2 point. A binacorn. Oh my god.
The beast's mane leaves something to be desired, but a silver medal at least.
Would a binacorn just be a goat? Like,
I suppose it would. The love child of a goat and a horse.
Yeah. Like it feels like it would actually be one with some sort of weird horn deformity because they're supposed to curl. But it's whatever. Like it's like the difference between a curly-haired and a straight-haired kid. It's just like you imagine a goat with just the horns that just like grow like ramrods straight out from its eyebrows.
Be like one of those African antelope that's more like what is it? A kudu? I can't remember what they're called.
Oh yeah.
Or a dik-dik, another reference from this from Wizard People Day Reader.
because you brought it up, I'm gonna share. I know this is off topic, but I'm gonna share an anecdote that anytime I hear about a dick, it makes me laugh. So I had a cousin who one time went to like a natural history museum or something like that, and they had like taxidermized dicks there. And like they were posed in what was supposed to be like a natural one, and one of them kind of like with its like back little hoof like scratching its own chin or something. And so she took a picture and she sent it to all of us and she captioned it, "The museum has an itchy dick." One of my favorite puns in the world.
That's good.
That makes me think there's another clip of the same animal that was from the Museum of Natural History of a tour guide standing over one of them, constantly saying how small the dick was. they're if you've seen them, they're quite small.
Oh, they're very tiny.
Very, very slender nose, and you can just
very
imagine
diminutive.
this tour guide meant it with all of her heart, and she was so passionate about this, talking about how it was a small dick with a small slender nose.
Oh boy!
And just goes on, and there's some kid in the back that's dying. It's a good clip. Anyway.
The kids seem truly interested in this hunting lore that Hagar bestows. Unicorns travel in pairs. Unicorns like apples, unicorns are white, etc. Hagar seems put off and distant, sullen. His dragon baby has clearly run away with his heart.
I like the use of his dragon baby has clearly run away with his heart. Not like 2 minutes after he said, "Dragons have no heart," he blubbers. That's why the dragon, his dragon baby ran away with his heart, because it didn't have one of its own.
Yeah, it needed one.
It's basically doing the straw, the scarecrow, the straw man thing, except that it's much more gruesome and villainous.
So as a quick description of the next part, Hagar decides to split up the group. He puts Harry and Mouthoil together and then goes with the rest of the kids. Now, Hagar does this because Harry, although is an enormous threat, even though Mouthoil is a son of a fuck, he is a powerful little puke. So together, they will probably do fine without the help of Hagar and the crossbow of Kazakhstan. I don't know where that came from.
Just from his, it's meant to be. It's what it is.
Just out of his
somewhere
brain.
Somewhere in the folds of Neely's brain, the existence of the land of Kazakhstan was there, and he decided to whip that sucker out, and there it is.
It just is what it is. It is a philosophical determinism. It was always meant to be the crossbow of Kazakhstan. Therefore, it is.
They'd probably kill a lot of unicorns there.
Harry and Mouthoil take the north part of the forest. The other take the south, the west, the rest. They talk of nothing. Their hatred for each other curls about their temples like Caesar hats, which is a pretty good visual descriptor there.
Yeah.
Their crazy-looking dog seems to have picked up the unicorn scent. They make their way to a grove of cool dirt and shade where they believe it is bedding down. An inviting nap place, indeed. The smallest little cloud is already snoozing here, which is referencing the fact that there's a ton of fog in the movie set. But what the Christ? They are too late. Their unicorn is already fallen under the hands of some Dracula, and it shows the menacing figure, slurping the unicorn's blood. Harry's scar starts to hurt like it's fresh, and right then, when Mouthoil has the chance to win points with the HP, he chickens out and vanishes. And of course, good old Malfoy, he screams like a little girl and runs off. Now, what is hilarious about this scene in the movie, just the regular movie, of course, is while Harry is like being confronted by this figure in the movie, you can hear Mouthoil's like echoing screams in the distance, which seem to be like getting louder and softer, kind of implying that Malfoy was just kind of running back and forth perpendicularly to this moment, which is hilarious. He doesn't even run in the right fucking direction.
Yeah, he goes full Scooby-Doo on it, just like going through doors across the hall.
Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly. Oh man. He leaves Harry alone with his shade. Oh man, does Harry stand boldly against this Dracula?
Oh
Harry
man,
totally
does
hates
Harry stand
detention.
boldly.
Harry totally hates detention, and this prize unicorn is his ticket out. If he has to get his hands a little dirty to get what he wants, then fine. He believes. I know, isn't that great? Oh man, he believes this to be
Because his
some
hands
lower.
dirty.
He
Oh,
believes this
man.
to be some lower class, woodland class Dracula, and doesn't ready the big spells. You know, we're talking about like a level 2 or 3 level undead here. You know, nothing major.
Yeah, not.
Oh yeah, no, like this is Bush League crap.
He doesn't ready the big spells, but to his surprise, the Spectre is not afraid of him. He must think that Harry is just some common first year. Harry has to back up against the tree's tangle of roots and drain out some back out power and make a larger spell. Just I know it's great, isn't it? It just justifies the fact that Harry is cowering against the tree roots and kind of
Right.
holding on to them because of Dan Radcliffe being a young child actor at the time. He didn't really know how to convey fear accurately
Right.
or in a meaningful way.
I feel like
But
fear is
lo-
such a
Oh, sorry, go
hard,
on.
a hard emotion to get right when you're acting, because like it's so easy to overdo it. It seems like, or at least I would think it would be so easy to overdo it.
I
Yeah.
saw the most perfect portrayal of fear in a movie roughly 1 year ago. And if you haven't seen it, you should watch Roger Eggers' portrayal of Nosferatu. It is great.
Oh,
Okay.
the
So,
new one, the one that just came out last year.
yep, relatively new. It came out around Christmas of 2024.
It took
Great.
me a hot second to realize that Nosferatu was what's his face, the actor.
Who's it?
Pennywise.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's
Skarsgård. I can't remember his first
Yeah,
name.
Skarsgård.
One of the Skarsgård brothers, one of the lesser Skarsgård
Yeah,
brothers.
one of the
register
dozens
that.
of Skarsgårds. They've got a full blown family dynasty.
They've got a whole
going
clan.
on.
They've got a whole clan of
And
actors.
he nailed. I mean, that's a whole other tangent for another time because he nails both of those roles. Boy,
That
did
is a-
Skarsgård take over the horror scene pretty quick.
Yeah, right. It's
He's
the eyes.
great.
He's got the crazy eyes. He went to the school of Jake Gyllenhaal and then applied it to like all of the horror aspects.
He's great as Count Orlok. If you haven't watched Nosferatu 2024, go see it. In any case, but lo, to Harry's aid jumps a badass man horse who is kicking and threatening wildly, and the Dracula takes off. His odds are way off. A man horse and Harry Potter? No way.
No way.
Of course, this man horse knows Harry, and like all the creatures of the wood, Draculas and werewolves excluded, of course, he would gladly die with him in combat. Now, the man horse explains quickly that Dracula was actually Valmart, the Scar artist, and that Valmart is trying to get the Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, let's take a quick vote here. Scar artist, is that the greatest honorific for Voldemort ever made? I think it might be.
I think so. I think it's way up there. And although like I think the reason that I would say that I'm predisposed to thinking that is namely because of the pun potential for it. Because you can just go with like the Scartist if you want. And I'm a big fan of ready-made jokes like that. I love them. So like I'm gonna be a little biased towards it, but
I just need a snare hit sound effect ready.
There you go. Instead of being the scat man, he's the scart man.
There it is.
But moving on. Master P puts to the man horse a few well-chosen detective questions like, I thought it was Snake who wanted the stone. Not really the best detective question, but he hams it up as being the best detective question.
Are you questioning the new god Harry Potter and his method?
I mean, he's not exactly Columbo here.
He may also be feigning stupidity, feigning ignorance.
He does that frequently.
Yeah.
He does frequently downgrade his own intelligence for the sake of not making people uncomfortable.
It's the oil of Olivier.
The oil of
Yes.
Olivier.
No, Snake may be involved, but it is Valmart who really wants the stone. Now, dear readers, the horseman leans in close and begins to blow the doors off of our hero's reality. And here's the next clip.
Valmart is your father. That other guy is your stepdad. Your arch enemy. The guy who tried to slay you. The guy who slayed your mama is your dada. Your dad is a Dracula. Harry just goes ahead and vomits right all over the man horse's shoes. Tears mix in with the sobby throw up. And Hagar offers to call the tension off early under the circumstances.
We have right now what is the greatest subversion of canon in the universe. Voldemort, or Valmart as he prefers to be called, is actually Harry Potter's father.
His dada. That other guy, he's your stepdad.
A la Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. It's just perfect. Couldn't be better. And as a quick note, if you're watching the video of it too, it does sync in pretty well with the man horse's mouth movements.
Yeah,
Valmart is your father. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And that moves us on, gentlemen, to chapter 26, which is titled Harry Boils. This is a pretty short chapter, actually.
It is.
The kids are gathered around the fire, 4 or 5 cognacs down. Our threesome unwinds and works out the details. Neckties are loosened, robes unbuckled. They are relaxing. This is a good note because in the first 2 movies, I believe the kids are always wearing fucking uniforms.
Oh yeah, they go hard on the boarding school aesthetic.
Yeah.
But then movie 3 and onwards, they're always wearing like casual clothes, pajamas.
Yeah, they put them all in casual clothes once you get to that one, and they also just like they go full blown, like they really lean into the like kind of kooky brand of like whimsy / creepy with it. You know what I mean? Like they go like they really start leaning into the Edward Scissorhands aesthetic there.
Yeah. Well, the kids surmise that they were sort of wrong about Snake. She wants the stone, but not for gold, but to resurrect the Dracula Valmart, so that he can have a new body and stage a rematch with Harry. The 3 know that Harry is a badass, godlike animal, but if Valmart gets that stone, he may kill the near-dead Dumbledore and take over the school. You know, really finish off the near-dead Dumbledore, as it were.
Which is like, again, the hilarious, we've talked about it before, but kind of like the hilarious level of importance put on just like a boarding school, you know, like that happens within the Harry Potter lore. Like he really kind of like plays along with that and leans into it, because it really is just like, when you kind of think about it, it's kind of strange just how like critical to like global geopolitics this one school is, because their principal's a pretty cool dude.
Well, you know, that's a presidential take. If your school is woke, it's gonna warp the portrayal of kids in the future.
That's so
everybody
true.
knows
That's
that.
so true. What are we teaching kids? Acceptance and love? Gross.
Gross.
Apparently it has no place anymore.
Harmony takes a giant swallow of cognac and says, "He was never a dad to you, Harry. You know, you're gonna have to fight him. You're gonna have to beat him." And Harry knows that this is true. Finals. The courtyard looks like an anthill. Our 3 stroll confidently, but Harry seems to be nursing a head that dealt with 1 or too many cognacs. Because his scar is hurting, but really it's just a hangover. Everybody knows that.
Let's be real, like, Harry. And honestly, he comes by it honestly. Like, gosh, he has to deal with so many plebeians in his life. Like, he needs whatever it takes to get through the day.
Yeah, Harry, you don't have to make any excuses. If it's a hangover, it's a hangover, man. We're right there with you. The tests are pretty easy compared to the shit these kids are dealing with in their free time. That really goes back to what you just referenced about the undue importance that a fucking grade school kid has on geopolitics.
Right? So good.
They talk of lunch and break onto the common ground when a child summoning tone flows over them, and they are helplessly compelled to Hagar's hut. Hagar actually moonlights as the Pied Piper, if you didn't know.
Playing the flute.
Hagar has done a little headwork lately and decides to confess that last night he told a Dracula looking dude in a bar that the three-headed guard dog falls asleep easily when he hears music. Hagar had to summon the young detectives here to get this off his chest. But
This-
Harry is. Sorry, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say this. What we're leading into is maybe one of the greatest rants in this whole thing.
I reference this all the time, and it's one of the clips that I have queued up. It's
good. This one deserves the clip.
I love it. I love it. Harry is inconsolable. He talks right over Hagar.
What could have made you say that? What do you think this is? A fucking free-for-all of facts? Why don't you go and get on the school PA and tell everyone my dad is Valmart and that I'm half Dracula? I mean, what fucking good are you? Why don't you learn to keep a goddamn secret, you hairy piece of shit? God.
Oh, man.
I love
it. I love the very end too when Brad just has the God, like the level of like frustrated, just like exasperated defeat, and that is something that I feel like everyone can resonate with. Like everyone has felt that feeling at some point in their life. I'm like, God, just
oh man,
just
so good.
He's expectorating. I can almost hear the spit hit the microphone.
Right.
Oh man. What do you think this is? A fucking free for all of facts? That's a line that I know and love, and I love to say it. It's wonderful. What is
so
this? A
good.
fucking free for all of facts? Oh man,
classic.
Oh my god.
Keep a goddamn mouth shut. You learn to keep a goddamn secret, you hairy piece of shit.
Oh man. Yeah, that's up there. That's up there with the all-time great lines.
Absolutely. Like top 10 easy, like very likely top 5.
So the kids then rush into Hardcastle's office, all gangbusters. They start explaining that the stone is in danger and they have to get Dumbledore in order to protect him. But Hardcastle is just flabbergasted. Dumbledore's away for the weekend in London on a vacation. And then Harry says, "Crumbs and carrots. The stone is doomed," which is also a great replacement for an expletive. I'm actually surprised that Harry said this instead of just the fuck word, which is, that's his favorite.
Oh, he will in a minute.
I mean, that subversion is what makes it so good, though, because like he's so free with the cursing that something when he doesn't, it just like it really catches your attention and really adds to the absurdity of it. Side note,
he tries
rushing in all gangbusters 100% is part of my day-to-day vernacular and has been ever since the first time I watched this.
Rushing in all gangbusters.
Yeah, like I say gangbusters all the time.
Well, after he says that, he goes on to say, "You better be up there guarding that stone personally, Hardcastle, because if it's gone and Dumbledore gets hurt, I am going to hand you your ass when all this is said and done." He is ravenous at this point. Fuck this.
Just like
oh man,
so good. Just the level of exasperation Harry has at this stage in this interpretation,
and it lines up really well with Dan Radcliffe like looking frustrated and like he's growling under his breath. Fuck this, and then turns around and leaves. It's so funny
and just storms off.
Man. Okay, all right. I gotta catch my breath. Moving on to the next line. Out in the hall.
I gotta recover from it. I'm gonna need like 5 minutes. I need a nap.
I needed a second for that. I'll tell you what, we are up tonight. I mean, have you guys been hitting the cocaine or something? This is great. The energy.
I've just been cooped up inside all week because of this like the whole like because of the fact that we're getting 3 years of winter in the course of like 5 days where I'm at.
I'll tell you what, we are doing mighty fine. Out in the hall, just as the three detectives are beginning to formulate a plan, who but Snake arrives and darkens the hallway with her robes, her black robes.
Absolutely my favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I've got a clip. You know it.
Yeah.
With her black robes galore, again with the face, again with the eyes.
With the face.
Saying this as just as Alan Rickman is like kind of staring at them with really googly looking eyes.
Yeah.
Moving on to the clip.
What are you kids doing here? Well, we fucking go to school here. You will be schooled here.
Oh man,
it's so good. Like, and just the way it comes out of nowhere. Like, because I can still remember first time I ever watched this, just sitting there not entirely sure what to expect of this. And and this is coming after we've seen just like the most extreme anger and frustration, just these big emotions, both in the source material and in Brad Neely's interpretation, right? Like these, like Harry is ravenous, he is inconsolable, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, what are you kids doing here? Well, we fucking go to school here. Like, just the most like confused matter of fact calm out of nowhere. So good.
I mean, Snape's in the real version, his accusation is ridiculous. It's like, what would a couple of Gryffindors be doing inside on a day such as this? You
Right,
better
yeah.
be careful. People might think you're up to something. Fuck off.
All right. Yeah, because this is like even in the lore of Harry Potter, like this is really before the level of animosity between the two has really been given anything reasonable. At this stage, it really is just kind of that like Snape is a strict teacher and Harry's a snot-nosed kid and they just don't like each other. Like that's at this stage largely what their relationship is. So the fact that he would go out of his way to do that really is just like cartoonishly villainous. Like that's real Snidely Whiplash crap right there.
It's absurd. Well, in any case, moving on. They have a staring contest, and of course, the HP is the victor. And that brings us to the next clip.
As Snake takes her leave, Harry turns to his brother and sister in arms and declares, I will feel her blood on my hands tonight!
Love that.
From 0 to 100.
Yep, exactly. And for anybody who is interested, that is another Keystone clip. It matches up perfectly with Dan Radcliffe's mouth movements.
That's true.
That moves us on to chapter 27, which is titled Wizard's Release. This is a really short chapter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the chapters in general really kind of start coming pretty rapid fire towards the end. Like it's an interesting thing because I feel like you can almost feel the like storytelling training kicking in with that, because it's like the frantic progression through the chapters really kind of matches the high energy pace as we approach the climax of everything. Like it really feels like a very intentional storytelling type thing, and it's like whether that was intentional or not, it's like probably just ingrained in someone who is like, you know, a television and movie writer and all that kind of stuff. Like, and it just, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but it feels like it really kind of matches up with just straight up storytelling theory.
Well, I'm actually looking at it now, and it might be longer than I actually remembered. But
I mean, even so, compared to some of the early chapters,
it's fairly short.
Yeah.
A disturbingly meaningful fog hangs cataracts all over Hogwarts. As our heroes walk down into the Gryffindor common room, they see the frog reclining in the armchair that can only be owned by our friend Upfish. In a foolishly loving gesture, Upfish tries to keep our heroes from tasting victory tonight. That's good.
Damn it, Upfish.
Tasting victory. He puts up his little dukes and sucks in his quick, stupid little breaths. He is sweet, but he's being a nuisance. So Harry, wasting no time, dispatches Harmony on Upfish. A quick popsicle. He's directing her as a DM would direct.
I was gonna say, I love the concept of him dispatching her like he's the mob boss, and the Harmony and the Bear are just his lackeys.
Shoot that son of a bitch, Reno.
Yeah. Bury him, make him take a nap with the worms.
A quick popsicling spell, and Upfish is out. And that leads us to the first clip of this chapter.
They non-verbally decide to just leave him there without a blanket, so that maybe he could think about what he's done and what brotherhood really means around here in the Gryffindor school.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. Like they're doing a fraternity rush style punishment or hazing.
Right. Think what brother really means around these parts.
Why don't you think about what you've done, Upfish? You're gonna sleep there in the cold for the night, and if you don't, you're not gonna be part of Gryffindor Sigma Pi.
Yeah, you don't get to come to the reunion in 15 years.
You don't get to be a part of the keggers. You're out.
Another character they relentlessly just drag through the mud in terms of this.
They don't make fun of his looks at all, though.
In all fairness,
No.
Neville is at large dragged through the mud throughout all of it. Like Neville, they later on they kind of give the show a little humanity to Neville by giving him an interesting story with the nature of his parents and stuff. But largely, he's the punching bag throughout all of it. He's the real Ponzi of it all. That they just kind of lay it on thick for him. He's the one that they use to exemplify just how bad it can be if you're not competent.
Poor Upfish.
Last character,
Yeah.
Poor Upfish. Under the cloak of invisibility, the three make their way up to the Chamber of Secrets. A complete misattribution right there.
All right.
The dog lies on the trapdoor, where all adventures begin. Again, Harry lets Harmony take the lead. She is just so much faster with that lock spell than he is. The lock is turned into a dove, and the door is slowly advanced open. But the children are disgusted to see that the dog is already fast asleep. Snake has already beat them to it, and has set up a magical harp that cradles the dog's brain fruits, somewhere far away from the now.
I forgot about this. This might be my favorite little sidetrack part. Not the key thing. What happens to Harmony?
Oh yeah, we're
That's
getting
fair.
to that.
This is good. This is a really good part.
We're getting to that. Our heroes set to work. This isn't as easy as it sounds, moving the dog's paw, because they have to do it noiselessly, like fucking mimes forced into slave labor. They bite back their grunts and muscle whiffs, and Harry notices a strangeness. It's too easy, it's too quiet, and oh shit, the music has stopped. Newsman, why don't you read the next paragraph since you like it?
It's so good. Just then, the giant dog awakes itself and is just much faster than last time. It's so fast, dear readers, that you guys can't even see that it just goes right ahead and takes a big chunk out of Harmony. He bites what is most of her head off. She is dead in an instant. Harry blacks out. Out of him come powers no one even knew existed. Time is stuck on the cog of Harry's will. He turns the dog inside out and then dissolves it into a pudding. Harmony is in two pieces, but Harry, with eyeballs turned completely white, recapitulates her form and blows life into her. She is full and is the Harmony of old and is acting like nothing ever even happened. So Harry comes out of the power coma and thinks nothing happened also.
Oh man. That is hilarious.
I think one of the things that makes that so good too is how well Neely nails the delivery of it. Cause it's one of those moments where it kind of breaks from the sort of omnipotent narrator, the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-present narrator, and kind of becomes part of the audience in a way. Cause he starts acting all panicked, like the characters would be almost. It's like it's so fast, dear readers, that you guys can't even see that it just goes right ahead. It takes a big chunk out of Harmony. It's just this frantic reading that just kind of comes out of nowhere, and it just adds so much to it.
It's pretty funny. And for anybody who has not seen the movie, I don't know why you would be listening to this if you hadn't watched the movie, but for anybody who hasn't watched the movie, none of this is taking place, obviously.
Yeah.
And
It's
this
just
Not even a little.
scene goes a lot faster, and it's pretty much over with pretty quickly.
Yeah, which
yeah,
is, I mean,
none of
certainly
this
that's
is
part of
happening.
too, like the frantic way that he reads it, because he's like trying to get through this weird fiction before we move on to the next story. But like I say, there's something about the way that he just does line delivery that even through kind of the exaggerated voice and the adding all kinds of, purple prose and alliterative language, like he somehow manages to like add emotion rather than letting it sort of be monotonously silly through all of it. Like he can add sort of the frantics to it. He can almost add seriousness at times when he needs to. Like it's just his narration skills are like actually really top notch.
Oh, it's great. And it is consistently silly, but definitely not monotonous. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gives me the
Consistently
impression that
silly.
he's not reading from a script. Like
Right.
he's just
Yeah.
making it up on the fly. It's got that
It's like
organic shock.
not that it's like a skill or a critical part of life, but for me it's like it's such an inspiration to anytime I have to read something out loud. Like for me, just the way he's able to do that, like inject emotion while also having a script feel almost conversational. It's an inspiration to me when it comes to like anytime I have to read something out loud. It kind of influences, like this is kind of the first influence in me to try and have it be more conversational rather than going a little too hard on my mid-Atlantic accent and non-dictional non-regional diction, where I'm obviously narrating. Like it inspires me to try and like achieve something even similar to that, because he makes it feel so natural and so pleasant to listen to, whether it's silly or intense or whatever.
You know, it's I'm pretty sure that in some of the lower quality recordings of Wizard People Dear Reader, you can actually hear Brad Neely flipping pages in the background because, it's such a crappy recording back then. It picks
Oh
up a
yeah.
bunch of background shit.
Yeah.
I think he did have a script. I mean, he wrote a script. He has said that before. But in any
Right.
case,
But that's what I'm saying too. Like that's part of the magic of it, is like he has a script, but he doesn't feel like he's reading from a teleprompter, which I think is it's such an underrated skill. And because I think it's something that like people get so hung up on just being able to stand in front of an audience or present something to an audience, that like there's kind of just this like you either did it or you didn't mentality that a lot of people have. But in reality, like there's such a skill to it, and if you foster that skill, it can really make the difference between, like having something that feels like a script and having something that feels like, real life happening in front of you. And I think
no,
it's
it
just
does feel
I
pretty
don't know, like
organic.
whenever someone manages to kind of cross that barrier, I always find it so impressive.
Yeah,
It does feel quite organic when he's
that
reading.
was the
Yeah.
impression it gave me. Yeah.
Yeah. Time resumes, and then they jump onto a trapdoor onto what I guess is a wad of leathery roots that seem hell bent on rending the wizard kid limb from limb. Their bodies become ensconed in the wet black leather. Ensconed is not really a word; it's supposed to be ensconced, but it's funny.
He's just being Shakespearean about it. He's
Yeah.
inventing words as he feels they are needed.
All right, yeah, that's in
Creative
Webster's
liberty.
now.
If good old Bill could do it, then so can we.
Of course, Harry reflects on the irony that he can't help but notice that last night he ate spaghetti. It's funny to him that what's trying to kill him on the outside is what's nourishing him on the inside.
So
Harmony,
absurd.
yeah, it is. Harmony has escaped with some sort of shrewd spell, tries to explain it to the others, but it just doesn't work. But she casts her releaseums on Harry and he is freed. She also tries it on Ronnie, but it just doesn't work. She tries over and over again. And they think, why won't it release Ron? Does it know that it can live on the sustenance of such a warrior for years and not need to worry about eating or drinking? Well, whatever the spaghetti is thinking, Harmony again proves herself and blinds the wad's hidden eye with some sort of crazy sunburst spell and releases the bear. He is freed, and they are able to resume the hunt for the stone. After scraping off the spaghetti's fluids from their flannel jackets, Harry is impressed, and he actually says aloud to Harmony what he has been thinking for a while. You're amazing.
And all the Harry and Hermione shippers go wild.
It's nice. It's nice that Harmony gets a compliment after getting just verbally dragged across concrete for the longest time.
For the entire story so far.
Yeah, right. It's the story. It's the climactic story, climactic part to her story arc, her character growth within the lore of the Neelyverse.
Yeah. We're on to our next chapter, which is titled "The Bear is God." And newsman, this is the clip that you requested, so I'm going to get it started.
Harry is totally disinterested in this next challenge. He runs through this problem like a set of crunches, as his mind's eye daydreams again. He sees himself dressed as a conquistador, crashing in the faces of werewolves and Bigfoots with an enormous telescope. He then goes on to envision himself arriving on the coast of a then undiscovered America. He mingles peacefully with the natives and trades secrets of magic with their shamans. He makes friends and blends bloodlines of greatness.
And this goes on and on. So why don't we
on and on and
we should touch on some of the finer points of it. He slays deer with laser beams from his eyes.
As one does.
He makes a bride out of a giant woman who has strong black magical hair.
As is tradition.
What else am I missing?
The phrase "hoary bowels of storm-ridden England."
Oh, of course.
Phrase.
Oh yeah, yeah. What else?
We sort of talked about it with this one kind of before we got started. But this section is an interesting one because, like, in a vacuum, when you read it, it's the exact brand of silly that everything else has been so far. And like, I can listen to it right now when I'm pretty fresh and be super amused by it. But there's this interesting effect that I think happens with this. And as I'm kind of thinking about it in the pacing of the movie and how long this is, like we were talking about how this part can kind of be a little bland compared to the rest of it when you get to this, when you're watching the whole thing. And something that I think happens with this one, and I feel like this is probably something that we talked about at some point. There's for me almost this level of like exhaustion that I reach sometime around this part with just how much like laughing and being absorbed in this whole telling that I've been, that by the time we get to this region, there's a very real part of me that's just like, oh my God, I just need a break. And so when you end up with this area, like it's this weird impact where because Harry checks out of it, it in a strange way almost gives the viewer permission to check out of it. And I feel like that's kind of part of the reason why this part can have the effect of feeling a little slow, a little like, I don't know that I want to use the word dull, but like a little like it almost lulls me to sleep sometimes if I'm watching this. If I got started at like 10 o'clock on this thing and we're nearing midnight, it's an interesting thing.
They give you a little bit of ASMR here to take the edge off.
Yeah, and it just like, and like I say, it just like it proves like, especially considering like we just came, and I feel like the movie in a lot of ways, at least the early part of this scene, kind of has the same effect because we've just been through a lot of very intense scenes with a lot of very intense things happening, including the children almost dying multiple times. And suddenly they just kind of quietly walk into this very peaceful room of just kind of like these keys with wings just kind of gently fluttering around. And eventually it picks up within the movie. But like there's just kind of this moment of downtime that kind of has this impact of like, in some ways it's good because it kind of gives you a breather after so much has been happening. But then in other ways, you're just like, oh man, I guess I'm going to fall asleep now because I've been running on high alert for quite a while.
Oh, it brings it back though. You get a second wind for sure.
Oh yeah.
It brings it right back.
It's basically just like the final breather before the sprint to the finish.
This is a late intermission right here.
Yeah, it's just an interesting thing, and I really only bring it up because I'm a nerd who's kind of fascinated with things like pacing and pacing within storytelling and how like you structure things and how like what impact that can have on the audience. Like it's not all just about having a story and telling the necessary parts. It's like how you do it and when you tell different details and stuff can have such a major impact on how it impacts an audience. It's just, I don't know, it's a fascinating thing to me. I don't know if I'm alone in
OMG.
that.
Go back to film school, nerd.
I know, right? I was just gonna say, I was like, I don't know if that's anything that anyone else ever thinks about, but I find that kind of stuff fascinating.
No,
'Cause
I'm
it's
just
like
kidding with you.
it's such a microcosm of just the human psyche at large. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't. You don't have to know what I mean.
So sure. But anyway, getting back to wizard people. After Harry comes out of his reverie again, he's back in the hoary bowels of storm-ridden England, trying to save all of wizarddom from his crazed Dracula ghost father. He almost sobs, but he moves on. He is a true champion. The three of them traipse through the dark hallways of hell, and they come upon a challenge fit only for a bear. Giant sculptural figures stand in two lines of two, opposing one another. This could only mean one thing. It is the famous chessboard of Ragnarok, which is an absurd line. Who would like to read the next line? I haven't given you guys a chance to popcorn in some time.
You guys can go ahead.
The bear enters out onto the board like a World Series winner going for one more World Series win. The board is then illuminated by a magical fluorescence. The deal is this: Harry and the gang cannot pass without winning this game. It is a raw deal in red heat. You lose, you die. You know the kind, I'm sure. We all do. We've all been there. We've all been there. 7 times a week for me, at least.
Yep. You want to keep going?
Yeah, absolutely. Soon, it becomes apparent who should take charge of this part of the challenge. Ronnie the Bear begins to dictate how the next couple of moves will happen. Okay, listen up. I will take charge and make all the moves. You guys keep your mouths shut and keep out of my way. You act as a rook, I guess, and Harry, you act as a bishop. Harmony farts a nervous fart, but no one cares.
I did want to comment on the nervous fart here.
That's farts a
so
nervous.
It's so stupid.
It's really dumb.
God, it's funny though. And Harmony does look nervous, like she's a little constipated or something right there.
Yeah, it's like such a Three Stooges slapstick type of thing, and it kind of comes out of nowhere because it's like, as silly as this is, it's not that brand of silly for most of it. So like just sort of like the addition of it is just so silly.
We've had a lot of absurdist humor, and then we come across occasional toilet humor every so often.
I was gonna say, I think the thing about it, what makes it feel like it's so out of place, is because it's a type of childish that really isn't in most of this. Like most of this is, while it's like stupid and absurdist, is a very adult brand of that. But suddenly that one, like farting a nervous fart, like that's something you'd see on like, like a kid's show or something practically.
Or South Park for that matter.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That leads me to my next clip.
Every one of Ronnie the Bear's atoms are focusing on the task at hand. Imagine God creating, then you will have a beginning of an understanding of the bear's massive cerebral cortex at work. This invisible opponent must have invisibly shat himself after Ronnie's first move, knowing full well the challenge that he was about to face.
They're just he is Ronnie the Bear's hype man in this moment.
And it's so funny too when he says that, because the first move is 100%, like within the lore of it, is 100% Ron sacrificing a pawn to find out if it's actually like Wizard's Chess. Like there's nothing actually significant about his move other than like, hey, I'm going to intentionally like sacrifice out the gate because I want information. So it's like the concept of like he must have shat himself with his first move is so out of place and not what's happening.
I know. And I'm not a chess expert, but I should go back and look at this move and see if it's like, is this the Queen's Open, the Turkish Open, or the the Swedish flourish, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
these
it's
moves are
100%,
called.
100%. It's like the baby's roller skating dung bomb approach, and they're like,
Yeah, I wonder.
it's like a Magnus would look at it and be like, a true opponent. I understand where your game is. And then proceed to just like sit and pace and like freak out as a chess match is happening.
Great reference. Yeah, I've wondered about that. So moving forward, every other battle on Earth that the Earth has witnessed looks like a Three Stooges scene compared to this.
Yeah.
Patton, MacArthur, Custer, and Charlemagne look on as astonished ghosts, stuffing their mouths with popcorn and jujubes. The game
I could
goes
go for
on.
some popcorn and jujubes right now. That sounds good.
Man, come to think of it, I'm a little bit hungry. Yeah,
Right?
I'm gonna need a snack after this.
Yeah.
The game goes on like Napoleon on ice, a perfect mix of speed and precision. The pieces explode and crumble and move into position, all by the will of one Ron Weasel, aka Ronnie the Bear. This is a pretty badass line because I have to look back, but I think while he's saying it, it's showing Ron like looking very commanding and pointing.
Oh yeah, it's like got him on top of the knight, like, and he's like pointing, and like Rupert does a good job of like looking like a kid that's just super into this, and he's like, it's got to be like the chess version of a kid who's in his element playing airsoft or something.
He's a good fucking chess player.
Yeah.
Although Harry is his superior in most things, it is strategy and planning that Ronnie is best at, among other things, I'm sure.
Among other things, I'm sure.
He gets down to the part of the game where the pieces are only a few, the desert portion of the game, where a skeleton can kill a buzzard if the buzzard is really stupid.
I love that line so much. Like, because it's so funny, because like it's like he's trying to make some sort of like really poetic thing, and then like halfway through realizes his own line makes no sense and just kind of like reels it back. He's like, where a skeleton can kill a buzzard if the buzzard's really stupid.
Yeah. It's an interesting line.
So good.
We move on to chapter 29, which is titled "The Bear is Dead," and this is the last chapter we're going to cover for this episode. Here now, in the rubble of the last quarter of the game, sacrifices have to be made in order to gain the checkmate. The bear's face is a phosphorescent mask of jelly. He is in the last strands of sanity, and his mind is swollen. And that leads me to the first clip, which some great fucking lines here. Enjoy.
Oh god, this is so good.
He is mad with the satanic desire to win at any cost. I will die for this, he says. He is a veritable milkshake of all the past generals' strategical centers. He takes out a flask and sips a bit of peach schnapps, and then he yells out to Harry, "You can keep my stuff if I don't survive this. You know it's sweet stuff, man. Just take it."
Oh, man. I love that
sweet
line.
stuff, man.
Just take it.
Take it.
And Boy, when you and I are playing video games together, we often shout out this line randomly, like when one of us is in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, I scream. I also like. I shouldn't say scream. That's a hyperbole. But I very frequently use "I will die for this." I say that all the time for the most mundane things in real life, and no one on earth understands what the heck I'm talking about. They have no idea that I'm quoting anything. It's just me being a goofball. But it is one of my favorite things to say. Like just to add that absurd level of devotion to something otherwise mundane. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I will die for this.
Just said, just seems passionate.
Yeah,
it's very passionate.
And like
great.
you say, the other one too is just the just take my stuff. It's it's sweet stuff, man.
Just take it. Just
like
take
there's something almost raw and real about it because of like the dire situation, and just sort of like the level of ad lib that the line is presented in. Like it really is just like it has that feeling of someone who's like kind of like in the last second realizing like, oh no, this is it, man. I gotta get my last words in, so they don't know what to say. They're panicking. They're just like, just take my stuff, man. You know it's sweet stuff.
It lines up pretty well with Rupert Grint's mouth movements too. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's true.
It's really funny when you're actually watching the movie. It's still funny here just listening to the line. So Ronnie, he puts himself up to the king, and he's putting that king into check, knowing full well that the queen will come over and have his balls for it. It's a move that everyone knows, everyone has to do, but when you're not riding a giant horse out there and it's just a little piece in your hand that you're sacrificing, it doesn't feel quite so heroic. But believe me, here on this board in Ragnarok, it is. Who would like to read the next line? Popcorn.
All right. Let's see here. Ronnie steadies himself and gazes right into the slit of the helmet, looking for some sort of eyes, some sort of response from his executioner, but there is none. And Ronnie the Bear quakes and is felled. Chunks of his horse spray paint Harry and Harmony. She almost goes to Ron. Don't fucking move! We finish this now! It's how he would have wanted it. Harry screams this as he moves like a bishop right up to the face of that king. He takes out a glove and he slaps that king right in the face. Checkmate! You asshole! That was my best friend. The game is finally over.
Great. That's great. Don't fucking move!
Don't fucking move! I say that one a lot too. But I have to be careful about who I say that one to, because that's not... Depending on who you're saying it to, with the intensity.
A little bit too real.
Yeah, right. They might not realize that I'm just being a goofball.
What happens when people stop being polite and start being real? Anyway, that's great. That's great. That leads us to my next clip.
The two, after taking the sword of defeat, decide that it is safe to run over to check on the status of Ron. Is he breathing? Is he dead? Harmony nags Harry. Why did you let him fall? One more complaint out of you, and I will erase your ass. You understand me? I'm sorry. It's just the pressure talking.
Oh my God. That's great.
I say that one too. I'm sorry. It was just the pressure talking.
One more complaint out of you, and I will erase your ass. Sorry, newsman. Sorry, newsman. Say your comment again.
No, it's all good. Keep
going. That's all I had to say. One more complaint out of you, and I will erase your ass. Haha. It's so funny.
It's so good. I love the complaints. There's something so raw and real about the complaints of someone who's just panicking that come from Harmony. Why did you let him fall? Like, it's like, that is so real to like how some people handle stress like that, where they're just like, how did this happen? Why did you let this happen? Not like considering 1 second whether or not it was actually that individual's fault at all.
Oh my God. As a husband and father, I can tell you that is my predicament all the time. But that's okay. I love my family. I was
gonna say, like, just from kids, 1,000,000%. Like, kids do not have at all the nuance to understand that it, like, when something is or isn't someone's fault and or whose fault it is, and will just like toss the blame for the fact, like, I wanted to put my finger in the socket and now I can't. How could you do this to me?
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Oh, fuck. So basically, what I'm thinking is, oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Oh, man. Deep cut from the old age of the internet.
Oh, God. Glory days, man.
Do Zoomers actually know that reference anymore? I don't know.
I feel like that one still makes like the TikTok rounds when it like people are like classic vines on TikTok and stuff. Like, I feel like that one still makes the rounds. It's too much of a classic.
It's great. It's great. So Harry takes a deep breath and remembers what he's down here for. He goes on to instruct Harmony to stay with the injured bear, make sure his vitals are clean, and to call the president if he's not back in an hour. Which president? I don't know. The president of France? The president of Sweden?
Any of them, probably. I mean, Harry's important enough that just about any of them probably could stand to be kept up with what he's doing.
The president of the most powerful nation in the world, of course. the U.S.
Of course.
would be
yes, of
happy
course.
to answer the call for Harry.
Everybody
the
knows.
godlike
Everybody knows. That's
animal.
why everyone's so mad at us. They're just jealous of us right now. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's
God.
it.
That's what it is. They're jealous.
I can't say
They're
that.
jealous
People aren't
'cause
going to
they're
know I'm being
losers.
sarcastic.
Well, maybe they'll know that we're being sarcastic when I say this. They're just jealous because they're losers. Complete and utter losers.
We have the best nation, okay?
Everybody else is just jealous. Anybody
Everyone's
who
just
says
jealous.
otherwise, they don't understand how great we are.
Too real.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry. Too much. Too much.
It's
Harry knows what is next. He feels it, and he is ready for the challenge. And that's the end of chapter 29, and that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Oh my God, that one is chapter 29 is so chock full of good lines. It is
I know,
such a
it's killer.
good one. Like all
It's
killer, no
killer.
filler right there. It's got the Sum 41 effect going on there, I'll tell you what.
So we'll move on to the remaining chapters in the final episode of our coverage of Wizard People, dear reader. Thank you once again for listening to this episode of Nerd Cabal, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
This episode of Nerd Cabal was produced and hosted by Cohesive Key, and co-hosted by Enviroboy and Newsman Boyer. This concludes tonight's gathering. Join us next time for the concluding lessons of Wizard People, dear readers. Carry forth the chaos with you, and remember our mantra, Ex locus interdictus sapientia. From forbidden places comes wisdom.